bodybuilding meal, talking about weightlifting or anything that you guys want to talk about. Just ask questions. I'll answer questions on stocks, silver, gold, platinum, stuff like that. And oh boy, do I think that the metals are going to go higher, especially the base metals like nickel and copper. All right. Guys, you got to hit that subscribe button. That's good. Oh yeah. People are going to be laughing now, but they're not going to be laughing when I get 1 million subscribers. You know? Yeah, they can laugh now, but you're not going to laugh later. You got to eat big to get big. All right? Today we're talking about diet and nutrition. There were too many blocked messages for me to get. No, I don't care. That's okay. There you go. All right. That should be better for you. Time to shave the head. That's good. I'm having what's called quinoa. Okay? Check this out. Quinoa. It's very good for you. And sausages. I got a lot of sausages in there, guys. Got a lot of this stuff too. That's good. Going bald. This guy's from Iraq. I hope you're one of our Christian brethren in Iraq. One can. Hopefully we get a few people to hit that subscribe button today. This time I got to remember to turn the monetization on. Hopefully it works and we get enough people in here. That's good stuff. When you were talking about investments before, what do you mean Warren Buffett says when people are greedy, be scared, and when people are scared, be greedy? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. I wasn't referring to Warren Buffett, but I guess he says that too. I don't really follow Buffett. He's kind of like an old timer, an old school investor, but he does have a lot of wisdom. But I don't follow him, you know. But everybody, a lot of people know that. Be greedy when others are fearful. That's why I like the meme coins, okay? That's why I like Shiba Inu. And I was just watching Gregory Mannarino, and he even said crypto could go through the roof. That's the exact same thing that I said. Well, money will find a place to go. It's going to go into crypto, gold and silver. It's going into gold and silver first, because gold and silver are very predictive. They're very predictive metals about the future. They're telling us a lot right now. So gold and silver are telling us that bad things are coming. Inflation, okay? Bad things are coming. That's why you got to stock up on gold and silver. So when the prices of food go through the roof, at least you have your silver to sell and buy a lot of food, you know? Yeah. You're very irresponsible if you're not buying silver here for your family. If you have kids, you got to think about your kids. All right? So you got to buy silver, okay? But some of those junk coins can do good, like a meme coin or a Dogecoin. Or like how GameStop did for no reason. Yes, that's why I really like the meme coins. I think they're all going to pop. Oh, yeah. I love Shiba Inu, Dogecoin. ICP is the best one, I think. The best crypto of all of them. ICP. I think they're setting up for a big pump. %, guys. Dude, I sold out of my Bitcoin and ETH positions over the last 8 weeks. I think he thinks Bitcoin is dead money. Yeah, maybe so. It might be. Sold all my silver. Damn it. Well, you know what I say, and other people say this too, it's never wrong to take a profit. Even though I think you're way early, you know. I think silver's going way higher. I would never sell my physical. I think that's stupid. Physical, you got to work on getting more, not getting less. Understand? Okay, so you got to buy it back. Yeah, you got to go back to where you sold it from and see if you can buy it back. So with the physical metal, you always have to get more. You got to accumulate more, never less. If you have to sell anything, then you want to sell your silver and gold stocks and your ETFs. Never sell your physical, okay? So yeah, see if they'll give it back to you, dude. I'm using gold and silver profits to buy great stocks for free, basically at the money. I'm still holding lots, as long as you still have some. I just would never sell out of my entire position on gold and silver. You always got to keep some. And yeah, some other stocks are depressed. Oil stocks are down. What else is down? You know, a lot of the penny stocks are down. The whole stock market's being held up by like Nvidia, a lot of these big companies. Gold. First Majestic, yes, good one. First Majestic is definitely one of my favorites. I told all of you guys to buy it when it was like $5-6. Now it's at about $17 and 40 something cents. So yeah, AG, that's definitely a good one. It's already come up a lot, so I'm not as excited about it as I was. Like, it's already went up pretty good. And maybe it could still do another triple. And of course, over time, I think we are entering a new reality on silver. So I think a lot of these precious metals mining stocks, they're going to go up and they're probably going to stay up, you know? And the ones that offer the highest dividends, those are the ones that are going to stay up a lot the most, probably. Thank you. I buy it every paycheck. Wow. Dividends. I love to get those dividends. Me too. I'm all about those dividend stocks. But when I want a dividend, if I buy a dividend stock, it's at least got to be 5% dividend. If it's less than that, 4, 3, I don't even look at it. Well, except for some of the gold stocks. They have low dividends, and I buy those just because I knew the stock would go up. I'm not buying dividend gold stocks for the dividends. I'm buying them just for the stock. Then I can sell those when they peak and buy dividend stocks later with the money, you know? MKZR. Mag 7 popping up the stock market. Lots of great companies we can buy for cheap right now. Yeah, all right. MKZR. Oh boy, what's this one going to be? I wish I had more salt. I'm out of salt. MKZR. Oh boy, Mackenzie Reality. I don't know that much about reality companies. I know about REITs and I know about Arbor Reality Trust, ABR. Yeah, there's probably a reason it's going down, you know. Housing prices are dropping and home sales are dropping as well. People don't want to pay the high price. Does it have a dividend? No, there's no well, there was a dividend, but it says 0 yield. Market cap is only $7 million. Mackenzie Reality Capital engages in investment activities included buying real estate, investment trusts, and investing real estate securities. Yeah. You know, companies like this, what they need to do is get cheap rates so they can get loans to buy properties, and they need property prices to come down, you know. And even if property prices don't come down, they're still probably going to be buying different properties that they deem acceptable, you know. Yeah, something like this could do well. But I like Arbor Reality Trust, ABR, except I don't like it now. I want it to go lower. $7.98. And this one has a dividend, okay? This is one I like better. ABR, Arbor Reality Trust. You can see it is way down. But look at the dividend yield. It says 16.69%. So I don't like to look at a dividend stock unless it's at least 5%, like I said. So this one is more than 5%. It appears on the surface anyways. Peace be with you. Bluegill fishing. No. I like pike fishing and bass fishing. Bluegill? Nah. Water buffalo. ZIM is expected to plummet. Dang. The likelihood that it stays at 16% is very low. And I highly doubt that it's actually 16%. But like I said, I don't like that one right now. If it drops to like $2, $3, yeah. Right now, it's at $7.98 for Arbor Reality Trust. I think if it drops to like $4, $3, yeah, then I'd probably pick it up. And the worse the housing market gets, the more this will come down. Until they actually lower the interest rates, you know, housing prices crash. That'll be the time to buy housing stuff. You know, housing prices have been going up so much. I've been turned off by REITs and reality or housing companies. I haven't owned any in 3 years. Because I just figure they're going to keep coming down. Houses are way too expensive. Thanks for subscribing. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to get some subscribers tonight. EATSCHD. Dude, I'm not a freaking expert, but let's see. EAT. It's got to have something to do with a restaurant. Brinker International. What is this thing? Engages in owning, developing, and franchising Chili's Grill and Bar. That's a restaurant. Chili's. You know, is Chili's a place where more poor people are going to go if the economy goes bad? I don't know. I've never been a fan of Chili's. Probably because I don't like chili, you know. I know they have other food, but they're making more money. It looks like the revenue's going up, and I mean, it looks okay. Looks all right. Yes, we got a new subscriber. I said, what is that pile of food, cat food you're eating? It's going right to my tummy, not the biceps. I got sausage and I got quinoa and green beans. It's really hard to enjoy it on camera, but I got to keep pumping up the channel, you know? I got to do everything I can. After this, I'm going to make more videos. I don't want to, but work is hard. Nobody wants to work. They sell everything but chili. That's funny. So Chili's doesn't even sell chili. Well, is Chili's less than McDonald's? I mean, any restaurant that has super cheap, very unhealthy food, their profit margins are probably through the roof. Okay? It's like Taco Bell. All that's not even real meat. It's filler. So Taco Bell is probably very profitable right now because of all the filler that they use. It's very bad for you. But I don't actually look at any restaurants. No, I don't. Maybe I should. What do I think of the growth of silver? Well, I predicted it. So I think it's normal. It's normal to have a giant cup and handle, and then it skyrockets. That's totally normal. The chart basically told us what was going to happen. And it was the easiest thing you could have ever predicted. A fool could have predicted it. It was right in your face. The giant cup and handle was right in our freaking face. So it's obvious that silver was going to skyrocket. I actually think it's going to go way higher. Especially because everybody thinks it's topped out. Even that one guy on here, he said he sold. So I think it's going to go way higher. The more people that sell, the higher it will go with fewer people on board. Remember, they always make it go higher with few people on board. So selling, that's good. The fact that you guys are selling tells me it's going to at least 120. No doubt. I want to see more sellers too. I want to see a lot more people selling silver. That means it's going to keep going up. Dude eats like a caveman. Thank you. The average price for physical silver is $78 an ounce. My average price is $24. I pretty much bought all my silver at $24. And then I kind of turned my focus to the gold and silver stocks. So I haven't actually bought silver in quite a while, because I know that the stocks were going to do better anyways, you know. Oh yeah, stocks always do way better than silver. As I say, take a look at AGQ. That's the most basic silver ETF you can get. It's way better than SILV. I mean SLV. I don't even look at SLV because it's not leveraged. This is when you want to be leveraged. You want to have leverage on silver. Guys, we got to make the most amount of money we can. One of my guys on here just told me he just bought AGQ. It's like, yeah, you're paying a lot more than it was. You know, you should have bought it at 35, 40 bucks when I said to. But at the same time, silver's got the momentum. And my prediction is that AGQ will go to $320 to $340. And I think it could even go up to $600. That would mean that it's going to triple. And I think that is certainly possible. And remember, the higher the investment goes, I think it does get a little bit more risky once you start to get really high. But gotta load up on silver, guys. I'm not buying silver, no, because I already have it. Lifestyle inflation is the problem. Thanks for that thumb. AGQ is going to go super cannibal. Who is this schmuck? I am the schmuck. Yes, AGQ has leverage. The other way to get leverage is to buy silver penny stocks, you know, just regular silver stocks. But as I said, a lot of these silver stocks aren't even moving that much, you know. AG, which is the one I always talk about, because I don't want to talk about tons of them because these are on my Patreon. But AG, First Majestic, it's only at $17.42. I actually thought it would have been a lot higher by now. Even though my option calls are well in the money, I thought it would be higher. So I thought I would be making even more money than I am. Even though I'm doing okay, I thought I was going to make a lot more. So, First Majestic Silver, $17.44. And yeah, I was telling you guys to buy it when it was like $5, $6. So it turns out AGQ is actually doing better than a lot of these silver mining stocks. AGQ is one of the best things. And everybody thought SLV was the best silver investment. And I said, no, it's AGQ. That's why you guys watch me, for the better investments. You can watch Fox News for garbage investments. You can watch me for the better ones. You can watch Jim Cramer for garbage, you know. Watch me for the good stuff. TLT calls. $20-year Treasury bond. Well, yeah, when did you buy them, you know, and how many did you buy? You probably had to buy a lot, you know. I would say you probably bought a lot of those in order to change your life, because it didn't do anything spectacular. Went from like 80 bucks to 170. That's not spectacular. So you probably had to go big on that. That's okay. Go big or go home, you know. Pakistan. Losing my hair during the pandemic. Yeah, you got very lucky. Sometimes it takes luck, you know, but luck favors the bold. That's true. The older I get, the more I realize that that's true. Luck favors the bold. You got to be bold enough to take a risk. You're never going to get lucky just sitting there. You're never going to get lucky with your money sitting in the bank. You got to take a chance. You got to put it to work. You got to buy silver. Silver doesn't close. It is closed. Well, it's closed right now. I'm not a Trump fan, no. Try to get lucky often, it seems to work. Yeah, if you try to get lucky, it's going to work more. That's a good way to say it. That's genius. You ain't going to get lucky unless you try to get lucky, you know? It's like going out to the club and trying to pick up some chicks. You're not going to get lucky unless you try. How old? Very old. I'm not a Democrat, no. The Democrips and the Rebloodlicans. That's what Jesse Ventura says, that they're the Democrips, like the Crips and the Bloods. Democrips, Rebloodlicans. So I'm not either. I used to be a Republican because I thought they were on the side of reason. They believed in God more. You know, they believed in anti-abortion, but it's all just a made-up show. It's all just fake. All the Republicans are now is just rhinos. So I don't take part in either Democrat or Republican. And I will probably never vote again. I'll probably never vote again. Because I know whoever we get, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the evil plan. The elites are okay if either one wins because they control both of them. Doesn't matter who you vote for, we lose. No matter what, if you vote, we will lose. It doesn't matter who we get. They want to make it seem like a real election, like, oh, this is the good one and this is the bad one, and try to make Americans fight. Can you get a better t-shirt now that you've made bank on silver? What t-shirt should I get? A suit? Yes, I can. I made some bank, yes. I'm happy that I made some bank. But you can always become richer. You can always make more. You can always get bigger. Okay? Yeah, very happy. Should have freaking waited to buy a car until now. Because now I could get a way better car. Because I bought a car for $3,000. If I would have waited, I could have bought something really nice right now, but that's okay. I still can. I can sell my car and buy another one anytime. But guess what? I kind of like my car. I kind of like it. It makes me look poor to women. I'm not trying to look rich. I want my next girlfriend to think that I'm poor, to think that I don't have a lot of money. And then if she stays with me, then I'll know she's the one. So I don't want to look rich. I want to look poor, you know? I want to look like someone that's trying, that's a hard worker, but, you know, I just can't get ahead. Like, I'm really a hard worker. I got a lot of love, you know. I don't want to look like I'm rich or, you know, no. My mom wouldn't care. All right, bro, send her over. Are you rich? No, I'm not rich. Clash of Clans. Are you 35? I don't say how old I am, but I'm usually, they say I'm older than I look. And I think I do look quite young. I look like I'm 30. I look like I'm early 30s, I think. But that's because I eat healthy. Why are you not married? Well, my ex left me. And I've been trying to find a new girlfriend. Well, I really haven't been trying, to be honest with you, but I'm going to try. What I've been trying to do is get rich. But if the right woman comes my way, I'll certainly try, you know, I'll certainly try. But right now I'm really just focusing on my wealth building and leveling up, trying to level up my career, okay? I want to become a professional YouTuber. So right now I'm not really, I'm going to try to get a new girlfriend, but maybe like give it one more year. I'm 40 and it is not an early 30s hairline, my dude. Dude, let me have my fun, okay? Let me think that I look younger than I am. Let me think I look good, all right? You're trying to kill me, bro. Chat is brutal. They get brutal. Do you have over 100K? Dude, you know, yes. Yes. Most people think I'm 35. Yeah, high testosterone increases your DHT, so it makes your hair fall out. I think I have high testosterone. because I eat healthy and I exercise. So my testosterone is probably a little bit better than the average man. Most people think I'm 35. It's insane. Some guys just, they look younger than they are, you know? If I had a full head of hair, I would look like I'm 29, you know? Or 20, you know, then. But yeah, it's my hairline that kills me. I got to go to Turkey and get a hair transplant. Now that I made bank on silver, I think I got to go to Turkey. And then it's going to cost a few grand, you know? But I hook you up with my mom. She has money, but I can't say she's rich, but she has money. Well, dude, it's shit, dude. Okay, all right, bro. Get her on here. We'll talk. Get her on here. You're cute, Kiera Deloach. Thank you. I appreciate that. One reason I like to get on here is because some of these people make me feel good, you know? You're boosting my self-esteem a little too much, though, by saying I'm cute. But thank you. You do look good. Ignore the trolls. Thanks, Ga Away. Vomited. She don't know about that silver. I'll teach your mom everything there is to know about silver, bro. Okay? I'll put some silver dollars all over her body. And then I'll take some pictures of them, and then I'll save them for my private collection. So, thank you. Yes. Just blast Medoxanil and finasteride and shut these chumps up. I could, but I think that blocks testosterone. Yes. I looked into it. Minoxidil and finasteride. I think it can inhibit your testosterone production. So I don't want to do those. I looked into them, I'm telling you. You can do those for a while, but they'll give you erectile dysfunction. Okay? I do not believe in those. I want to keep everything working as it should. All right? But yeah, if you do that minoxidil shit, my hair would really come back, I bet. Because you take guys that are completely bald, and you get them on that stuff, and their hair will grow back. And my buddy, he was actually my stock mentor. He was on the stuff too, and it helped his hair grow. But I do believe it'll cause erectile dysfunction because I've looked it up on Reddit. I've studied this stuff, and it's not good for your testosterone or your mood. And I actually believe it can feminize you. Like slowly, you act more feminine. So I don't believe in doing that stuff. But for some guys, I think it's okay. But John is a great guy. Thank you, Water Buffalo. Eating healthy makes you bald. She don't know about that silver. I'm in the gym 6 days a week. Biotin. Dude, I'm not telling you my net worth. Stop. It's not good to tell people that. It's stupid. Biotin. Wait. This has biotin in it. 1 gram. Wait. 2,000 micrograms. So I already take biotin. And it's not helping. Dude, maybe I just need more biotin. You're cute the way you are. Thank you. Thank you. I hope I can find a woman that doesn't care that I'm balding. And guess what? I will. You got to be confident, guys. A lot of women don't care about that stuff. Please don't do that hair transplant. If I do anything for YouTube, I'll just get a toupee. Because with a toupee, I can just, if it looks bad, I can just take it off. So I might get a toupee. All right? Can I borrow $1? Yeah. Yes, you can borrow $1. Come on over. Personality transplant first. Yeah, I do kind of need a personality transplant, some people say, but I don't say that. Others do, though. Yeah, I don't need a hair transplant. Sorry. Just shave it all the way off, unless you're super wealthy, but you definitely are. Luke's. Ooh, thanks for that, Luke. Thank you. Thanks, bro. Guy gave me a buck. Definitely gave me a buck. Unless you're, I'm not super wealthy, but I'm trying to become super wealthy. Yes. trying as hard as I can to become rich. Doing as many YouTube videos as I can to become a professional streamer. And this is not an easy career. YouTube is one of the hardest careers I've ever had. Because even if I do a ton of work, we still only get 25 subscribers a day. So it takes a long time. All right? What is rich? I consider rich 3 million. I think you can say that is their very beginning of becoming rich. Okay? 3 million I think is rich. You choose that life, dummy. I choose the life of hard work to try to become rich, to try to get ahead. I choose the YouTube life because I believe it will take me to my next level. What is poor? Poor is you have, I'm going to say, less than $50,000 in the bank is poor. And I'm going to say, even if you have a couple $100,000, I think you're still poor because you can't get out of the rat race for $200,000. You know, even if you have $300,000, you're still stuck in the rat race. But if you have $3 million, then you don't have to work anymore. You know? So I think you're poor, even if you do have quite a bit of money, in my opinion. So I would say I'm poor, you know, but I'm trying to become rich. You have to try, guys. If you don't try, it's not going to happen. All right? If you don't try to advance your career, it's not going to happen. Okay? If you don't try to read that book about finance, it's not going to happen. You know, I'm not going to become a personal trainer just by sitting around. That's why I'm taking a personal training course, so I can actually advance my career, trying to become a personal trainer. Because personal training is a business that you can scale. $300,000 is a lot, yes, but you're still in the rat race, okay? If you have 300 grand and you say, oh, I have $300,000, now I'm rich, and you quit your job, that $300,000 is going to be gone in probably 6 years. Plus you have inflation. So that's going to lower in value because of inflation. So yes, even if you have $300,000, you're still basically stuck in the rat race. You still have to go to a day job probably, unless you can become a trader, personal trader, a trader or something like that, stock trader. You know, yeah, I think even if you have 300,000, you're still poor, in my opinion. Rat race. Yes, the rat race is, Robert Kiyosaki said the rat race in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What it is, it means that you constantly have to work a 9-to-5 job just to pay your bills, and you can never get ahead. You can hardly ever save any money. As soon as you get your paycheck, it's gone. And it's gone. That's what the rat race is. On this channel, we are trying to break the chains, break out of the rat race. Okay? And I'm saying we can do that by investing in gold and silver and platinum. And right now I'm into the penny stocks, gold and silver penny stocks, because those are for the mania phase, which we are going into. I don't know when it's going to be. The mania phase is coming. It might come soon. It might come very soon. So I think that the gold and silver penny stocks is the way to go. And cryptos, Shiba Inu. Here, like this one, Shiba Inu. Shiba. Okay? I have said gold, silver, and Shiba Inu. I was right about gold. I was right about silver. And I'm going to be right about Shiba Inu. Mark my words right now. Bookmark this video. Shiba Inu to the moon. Yes, true, but still not poor. Just can't retire. Yeah. You could say, oh, yeah. There's poor, there's middle class, there's upper class, and then there's rich. So it all depends how you divide it into the classes. Okay? I wasn't considering that. But I think you are right. You got your poor, your low class, your middle, your upper, and then your rich. Yeah. So you're right. Maybe you have a better way to measure rich and poor than me. To me, though, if I still think I'm poor. Even though I've saved up a decent amount from gold and silver and the stock market, gold and silver stocks, I still think I'm poor because I still have to go to my day job. You know what I mean? But the difference is when I get my paycheck, I invest most of it. That's what you have to do. You have to get yourself positioned correctly. So you got to get a cheap car. You don't need an expensive car. You got to watch your expenses. Okay? You should write down what your expenses are and how you can lower them. Okay? So what if you write down phone bill, $120? You got to figure out how to get that down to about $40. You write down car payment, $700 per month. You got to get that down to about $300 per month or less. Think of it. A car will keep you so poor forever because you got your car payment, which is probably a lot of people pay $500, $600, $700, and then you got your insurance. So if you have a $500 car payment plus you're paying $300 for insurance, that's $800. That's probably more than a whole paycheck for a lot of us. Okay? More than a whole paycheck just for your car. Where's your money to get rich? If all your money is going into your car, where is your money to get rich, to build, to buy dividend stocks, to buy silver, to buy the silver ETF? You have to answer these questions for yourself. So you guys, your homework, write down all your expenses and try to figure out how you can reduce those expenses. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, I don't want to sell my car. I love my car. Yeah, I pay $700 a month, but I love it. I don't care if you love it. I'm here to give you some tough love, bro. If your car payment is $700, sell that car right now. You know how much my payment is? $0. I take all that money and I bought silver. And then silver skyrocketed. And now I can buy many cars. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to invest that money and make it grow even more. You guys understand? Now you're starting to think. All right? So, 6'7", yes. 6'7". He's a math wizard. Yeah, I'm a math wizard, guys. Thank you. 5 million to escape the rat race. 5 million would get you out of the rat race, yes. What do you get if you cross an elephant and a rhino? Hell if I know. An elephant and a rhino. Hell if I know. That's pretty funny, dude. That is hilarious. Cross an elephant and a dang rhino. Dude, I gotta go get some rolling papers, I think. Lobby politicians to get the public transportation. The whole society built around cars being necessity. Without a car, you can't work or go anywhere. Yes. Cars are keeping people poor. That's the biggest thing. Promise you that. Everybody that I know, they have a huge car payment. They don't save any money. Nothing. Invest in fart bags. Let's get pumped. If you roll a perfect joint, I'll donate. I can't roll a perfect one, dude. I never rolled joints. I use the cones. Because if you got the cone, you can just drop it in. And then you got like a little plunger thing. You stick it in there, and it compacts it. And then you blaze it up. Oh, yeah. I'm just joking, guys. I don't smoke. Okay, yes, I do. I'm poor and have never owned a car in my 33 years. Well, you probably never tried to advance your career then. Looking small. I could roll a perfect joint and I don't even smoke. Some lobbyists make $250K per hour. If I become a bodybuilder, I can make $250K per hour. That's right, boy. I'm poor. Obviously don't have a career. You got to work on that. Get yourself a career. Even if you got to do fast food, okay? I don't care what people think of you. What matters is what you think of you. And then, if you focus on yourself enough, other people are going to notice. They're going to notice you. And they're going to say, shit, this guy's leveling up fast. Okay? That's creepy. Can you please say Lil Busy. L Busy. My career is that, well, I work at Burger King. I also manage my 3 stock portfolios and a crypto portfolio. And I do YouTube and I do TikTok. But I really don't make that much from TikTok at all. I don't make anything. But I do make some money on YouTube, but it's not a lot. I make about 30 bucks a month on YouTube. But I'm trying to up that up to about 100,000 per month. Look at that tricep right there. See the separation? Striations? Keep going, bro. Nice job. This is really should be a complete comedy channel. He says I'm funny. I'm not funny. You guys know this channel is about making money, you know. Look into prop firm trading. I heard about it. Affiliate money is everything for any consistent streamer. Yeah, I know. I already told you I don't know any affiliates to do. You're still streaming. I drove overpass and service. People dark for an easy with Nigeria Supreme and something. That's called a Zotman curl. Take profit trader. Do you play Roblox? No. So when you curl it like this really hits the forearm. You can see that. That's called the Zotman curl. The Cutes Unk on YouTube. This dude's definitely a Roblox creeper. No. This dude is Wolf of Burger King. I'm the Burger King bodybuilder. The Wolf of Burger King. Yeah, I like that, dude. I promise you guys, I'm going to be the first Burger King millionaire. I'm going to rise to the top. Bro's arms are so tiny. No, they aren't. Look at that. Yeah, you ain't going to build an 18-inch arm on a 160-pound body, okay? If I want to get bigger arms, I got to gain weight, okay? Put that bird chest away. Ain't no bird chest, boy. This is a real man's chest. You got the bird chest. You're still at it. I have to. I got to grow my channel. I don't have a choice. I'm working hard today. working hard. I thought this was you like 5'2". No, I'm 6 foot. You look like a vegan bodybuilder. Thanks. I see that. Thanks for the likes. Appreciate you. 6 foot, 160. That's basically what I am. Yeah. It's because he only thinks he needs to train twice a week. Yeah. If I train more, I'd probably burn too many calories and lose weight, you know? Yeah. If I get tan, I look good. Yeah. Dude lifting like 8 pounds. Yeah. I've been working out since earlier today. I already did my workout. I'm just still going just to get more views. Okay. But it might seem pathetic, but you guys aren't going to be laughing when I get 1 million subscribers. All right. It might be a joke now, but just wait. Are you hitting one of my favorite LOL cows on the internet at the moment? That's called the kickback. Fuck all these haters. Makes me hate YouTube. Too many keyboard warriors. Yeah. They got nothing better to do. And, you know, like I said, I know this seems pathetic, but I got to keep trying to grow my channel, all right? I do what I can do. Kickback. Guys, I don't have to work for 5 days. This is day 1. 1 of 5. I have 5 days to try to blow my channel through the roof. All right, guys? Seriously, I took off work for 5 days to do YouTube. So I am going to take advantage of every moment to blow this channel up. $3. I can't do a backflip. Well, it might help your channel if you do 90-day carnivore. I don't do carnivore. I believe in eating vegetables and some grains as well, and a lot of other fats like olive oil and stuff. So I don't do carnivore, but I have no doubt that it works. Carnivore is a very low sugar diet, so that's why carnivore is so good, because there's no sugar. This is not a joke, no. How many burpees can you do? Probably like 20. I'm an editor, John. How would you like free YouTube shorts? I would love that. If you think it can help my channel, I want to get as many. Yeah, make me some YouTube shorts, dude. $3 to do moonwalk. I can't do the moonwalk, guys. I don't want to do the moonwalk. Okay. Shave my head. Yeah, maybe. $10,000 to out shirt on. Yes, this chain is worth over $8,000. If you combine this to it, that's worth 8 G's. More than you can afford, pal. I told you guys. On this channel, we're all about gold and silver, okay? Chain fake. Yeah, maybe it is fake, okay? So what? What do I say? Fake it before you make it, okay? Temu chain. Where should I send you your edited videos? I don't know if I want to give out my email. I don't know if that's a good thing to do. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know, dude. Make a work email. All right. I'll make a new email. Nathan. See if you can put a comment on my video, and I'll give you a different email, okay? Do some kind of a comment for me. Just go to one of my videos. I'll look for Nathan. All right, I'll look for Nathan, and I'll comment back. Maybe I can give you my number or something like that. Silent Bob. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. I'll bring some chalk. Would you fight me if I pulled up? I only fight for money. I don't want to fight for free. You have a new, was that Nathan? That might have been him. No, that's something else. Your biceps are so big. Yeah. My arms are pretty small. How big arms? They're only like 14.5 inches. Wanna be Stone Cold Steve Austin? Yeah. I wish. That guy's rich. But yeah. All right, guys, any questions about working out today? Camera's doing wonders for you. Keep it going. Any questions? How to get ripped, how to get jacked, how to eat better, how to eat healthy, anything like that. People on Reddit are saying you are transgender. I didn't even know I was on Reddit. Why don't you work out outside? Because it's very cold. In Alaska, it's freezing cold. There's snow, there's ice. So I gotta work out inside right now until the new season comes. How do I get a six-pack? You have to stop eating, you know. Don't eat so much. If you want to get a six-pack, lower your calories, look in the mirror. Every time you look in the mirror, see if you have a six-pack. If you don't, eat less, all right? If you don't have a six-pack, start eating less until you do. It's very easy to get a six-pack. You just have to eat less. Simplest thing in the world. Building muscle, that's a little bit harder. But getting a six-pack, very easy. You just have to have self-control and try to eat less, okay? Can you do jumping jacks? Yes, for money. I'm like a monkey, dude. You guys give me some money, I'll do some jumping jacks. It's 4 times. Coolest I've been is -40. Wow. You had to be freezing cold. -40? Trailer, but my arm's bigger. I'm taller, but he has bigger arms. Yeah. I wish I had bigger arms. What's happening? Can you show me your timepiece? I sold my Seiko because I wanted to, like, sell a little bit of stocks or something and get, like, a really nice watch, but I don't want to do that just yet. It's a G-Shock. Look at that, too. Look how nasty that is in there. It's a G-Shock. Look at a G-Shock next to this. With this, I could buy 100 of these. Probably more. So why is my chain worth so much more than my watch? I just like a G-Shock. It's a really good watch. Very good. You can't go wrong with a G-Shock. You should have a gold Rolex. Yeah. To get a gold Rolex, I'd have to sell quite a bit of stock. I could certainly buy one, but I don't want to. I want to get like an Omega or a Breitling, because those, you could get a nice Breitling for like 6,000, and that's more realistic. A gold Rolex is like 30,000 plus. They're probably like 35, 40,000 and up. So I don't really want to do the. I think it is. It's too expensive, even for me. You know, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not rich. I'm trying to become rich. Still flabby though. Pizza dough or dill? Dude, that's your grandpa's. Yo, John, how do you pick accessory exercises? What do you mean by accessory exercises? Like isolation? What does that mean? I don't remember reading about that. 8 accessory exercises. I don't know if I even do those. Do I even do accessory exercises? It's an exercise, I think, that can help with a major exercise, something like that. Hitting the weights will not only help you gain strength, it also helps build muscle. Accessory exercises are key for improving your strength and weaknesses and strengthening improvements. These neglected 8 exercises deserve a spot. Kirk shrug. JM Press. I mean, I don't do any accessory exercises. You know, I think it's a waste of time. Side lunge. I don't think they're necessary unless you are like really trying to develop a body that is specifically geared for a specific sport. So, but just as someone is trying to stay fit and healthy, and I just want to gain a little, I'm trying to gain a little bit of weight, trying to put a little bit of mass on my legs, a little bit of mass on the shoulders and the chest. I don't need accessory exercises. So I don't believe that those are for everybody. I think you should only do them if you want to, and if you're in a specific sport where it helps to have, you know, a little bit of more extra muscle on the side glute or a little bit whatever, you know. So I just don't do accessory exercises as far as I know. Snatch, grip, deadlift, no. Meadow rows, that's got to be related to John Meadow or something. I don't do them. I don't do them. Yeah, if you want to do those, but I don't know. I don't know anything about accessory exercises. I'm sure I'm going to learn about that in my course. Sell some silver maybe. I don't know what you're holding, but a Rolex would be an investment. Silver is going to go up faster than a Rolex, so that's why I don't buy a Rolex. I think it's a waste of money. This G-Shock, I bought this one on eBay, and I think I paid like 40 bucks. But when I bought it, it was like brand new. So yeah, I paid like 40. This chain is not fake, guys. Come on. People always love to hate the chain. They love to hate it. Where's the receipt? Did you eat it? Bro, I don't even have a receipt for my electric heater. See that heater right there? I don't even have the receipt for that. Why am I going to save a receipt for my chain? You know? And I never had a receipt for this chain. I don't have a receipt when I buy stuff like that. You know? Quit spamming yacht. I was 145 last year. Accessory exercises. So you have your main lift, deadlift, but you pick accessory exercises that build your weak spot in the main lift. I would just say, you know, lift differently, you know, do a fewer number of sets, do a fewer number of reps, you know, if you're stuck on your main lift, maybe you need to rest more, you know, maybe you need to switch up the reps, do higher reps, maybe do lower reps, maybe take 2 weeks off, you know. I'm just not into the accessory exercises, but I know I'm going to have clients that are going to appreciate that, so I'm going to have to learn more about that, yes. But if you have a weak spot on your bench, you know, just keep working on the bench. Have a friend to help you get through that weak spot, you know? I don't know, dude. Most important is consistency. So the copper. Message is held for review. All right, guys. I hope we got a few subscribers on this video. I'm going to come back tomorrow. But I'm getting burned out right now just from doing YouTube, grocery shopping, working out, stock trading this morning, watching the markets. I'm definitely getting burned out, so. How much was your chain? That's what they always ask, dude. My Music Gen X, and Jesus Rodriguez, they're always asking about the chain. That's all they care about. I got this chain for 10 bucks on Timo. Does that make you happy? Go tell all your friends it's fake. John's Gold and Silver, I was just wondering. I paid $2,900 for the chain, and now I think it's worth about $4,400. And I paid $3,500 for this, and now I think it's probably worth probably 4,000. So I probably have 8,500 on the neck. 8,500. Yeah, that's what it's worth. But I think I gotta get going, guys. I'm burned out. Okay. Yeah, I got a good deal because when I bought it, I got it for a good price. I got it for, you know, less than spot. I got it for like 94% of spot. And then after I bought it, gold went up, so I made money on it. And when I sell it, I'm obviously going to want a premium, you know. I'm not going to sell this for the price of gold. I'm going to sell it for an extra $500, you know. Or I'm not going to sell it. If I don't get a big ass premium, I ain't going to sell it. Yeah. Never take less for your gold and silver, okay? A lot of people, a lot of these dealerships, they want you to be desperate, okay? And I know a lot of people are desperate. They need money very badly. And these dealerships will prey on you, especially pawn shops, okay? If this is worth 4,500 and I take it to a pawn shop, they're going to offer me $2,000. And then if I say no, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, how about 2,200? How about 2,500?" You know, they're going to try to rip you off. So if you don't know the value of your stuff, you're going to get taken advantage of. All right? This MFer is on a registry somewhere. No, I'm not. I'm actually not on any registries. I've never been arrested. Never been to prison. I've always believed that you should, you know, be a good citizen, and now, you know, that's gotten me nowhere. You know, it didn't get me anywhere. So then I started to get angry, started to get mean. I said, all my time is for me to build my business. I'm not going to give my time to anyone else. It's only I give my time to you guys to try to build my business. I got mean. I said, I'm not going to accept bad behavior from these women, from my girlfriends. I'm not going to accept any bad behavior from anybody. I'm not going to accept any bad behavior from my family members. I'm not going to accept bad behavior from my friends. So I'm not a nice guy anymore. Nice guys don't get anywhere. Nowhere. Nice guys finish last. All right, guys? If it's worth what you say and you're making money, why not sell? Go get a badass deal and repeat the process. Because it's not every day. It's not every day that I'm able to get a nice chain like this. It actually took a long time to find. So I'm not going to sell it. Yeah. And this down here, it's the only one I've ever found. I've never seen a dog tag like this. You know how much this is retail? It's like 12,000 just for this, for the retail price. I have never found one of these for a good deal. Never. So that's why I don't sell it. Because if I sell this, I'm not going to find another one. And if I do, it's probably going to be 5 years down the road. Gold's going to be $25,000, and they're going to want to get like 18 grand for it. So no, I'm not going to sell this. This is for my kid. If I have a son, this is for him. If I have a daughter, I'll sell this and buy her a female chain. You know what I mean? This is going to stay in my family. All right, guys, that's how you got to think. That's how the rich think. You got to keep the wealth in your family rather than give it away. I think that's wrong to give your family's wealth to someone else. I think that is immoral. You got gypped. Hypothetical kid. I'm the hypothetical kid. Kind of like that. I don't even really know what it means, but yeah, I like that. It sounds very distinguished. I'm the hypothetical kid. We're getting a lot of comments, but they're all getting banned because he's probably saying something stupid. Fake AF. Well, let me just ban you, dude. Put user in timeout for 1 minute. When I poop, I push it onto... I'm going to ban this guy too. Timeout. He was talking about what you said. Bro, slow as hell. Oh, if you said I'm slow, I'm timing you out, bro. Put user in timeout. I'll put you all in a timeout. You know, I ain't scared. I'm burned out. Yeah, I am. Dude, you can tell I'm totally burned out from YouTube. I've been doing YouTube all day just to try to get like 25 new subscribers. You know, YouTube's a tough business. It's very tough to grow. You got to put in a lot of work. How old? If you had a kid, then you'd have a real kid. If you don't have a kid yet, you would have a hypothetical kid. Yeah, my hypothetical child is going to get this gold chain. They disrespectful. Yeah. You look like Donald Trump. Thank you. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. Even though I'm not a big fan of him, but I used to like him, you know. I used to admire him for his business abilities. But now I don't really like Trump so much because I do think he is bought out, and I think he has a handler. So I'm not for Trump anymore. Okay. I'm from which city? I'm from Alaska. Burned out by sitting in front of your phone. Yeah, I'm working on YouTube, dude. It's tough. I'm just checking the silver price. But yeah, I live in Fairbanks, Alaska. Okay. The name's Coach Callahan. If you need guidance, you approach the coach. I once coached a horse to speak. They shot it. Boy, my heart welled up with pride when that horse said, "Please don't shoot." That's the most insane thing I've ever heard. This guy was able to get a horse to speak. And you want me to believe that, dude? How are you in Alaska but not wearing a shirt? Well, I got a nice heater. I got a heater on. Trump is a billionaire who can control a billionaire ego. Yeah, he's an egomaniac. Kirkland, Minoxidil, your handler. John, you like humor. Yes, I do. I do. I do try to make this a bit of a comedy channel, mix in a little bit of humorous elements, you know. It's my channel is a docudrama. It's a documentary of my life, but it's also dramatical, has dramatical elements in it. So yes, this is a docudrama. How much cost for living in Alaska? Well, you know, let me just look up. I'm just looking up the price of silver. Just looking up the price of silver, but yeah, the overall rent is usually around $1,300 here in Alaska. Sometimes you can get it as low as $1,200, but it goes up to about $1,700. So it's quite expensive here. Do Alaskan citizens get paid to live there? Yes, we do. We do. We get paid to go here, to come here. I received a cash award just to move here. I was like, shoot, okay. I don't live in Mississippi. I live in Alaska. You should call your docudrama A Cool Summer's Eve in Alaska. A cool summer's eve. Yeah, that's not very exciting, though. I like John's Gold and Silver. Get ripped and get rich. That's what we're all trying to do, isn't it? That's why you guys are here. You want to learn how to build wealth. You want to learn how to get out of debt, you know? And I want to give you guys the encouragement, and I want to say that, yes, you can do it. I did it. I got rid of my car payment. And I invest all that money, you know? I learned how to manage self-control. I can control myself. I can control what I spend my money on. A lot of people can't, okay? Well, you really live in Alaska. It is dark half the year. Yeah, it is. It's dark quite a lot. What's your view on Palestine? I don't say my view on Palestine because that is getting too political. Which oftentimes I do that, and then I think that hurts the channel when I talk about politics. So I don't talk about politics too much. Jesse Pinkman. Yeah, let's just see how much money we made today on this channel. How much money did we make? Analytics. Well, in the last 7 days, we made $31, guys. $31 in the last 7 days. But just today, I don't really think we made much of anything. Let me check earn. watch page ads. I didn't make anything today from watch ads, but short feed. I made 50 cents on short feed, so I've been working for you guys for probably about 6 or 7 hours today, and I've made 50 cents. 50 cents for a whole day of work on YouTube. What am I doing, guys? I know it'll pay off. It'll pay off in the long run. I know it will. I've been at this YouTube thing for so long, I can't quit now. I'm this close. That's what they want you to do. They want you to sell your stock right before it takes off to the moon. You know, I'm not going to quit YouTube right before I blow up. You know, I am not going to quit. I'm not a quitter. And you guys are not quitters either. A cool summer's eve in Alaska would bring in views. You know what? You're probably right. I think you're right. But I might actually have to go outside and show the mountains and stuff. I don't know if I like to go out there. It's too cold. I don't want to show the mountains, guys. Hold Google calls, it'll double. Probably. Google's always been a good investment. Hey, thanks, dude. Jamie. $12 million, here I come. This guy said he's going to donate $12 million. Okay, I'll take it. But yeah, we're doing good. We got a lot of views right now. But yeah, I've only really made like 50 cents today. Oh, somebody gave $1. Okay, so we actually made probably $3 or $4. Yeah, I probably made about $4 today, which is better than nothing. Okay, yeah, there we go. He's getting me more money right now. See, you got to look at the bright side, guys. Thank you for that. Easy money, yeah, easy money, guys. Let's get ripped and get rich. You could make so much filming out of your comfort zone. Okay, I'll tell you what, dude. For you, I'll do some videos of the Alaskan wilderness. And maybe I can do it tomorrow. Since I did take off work for 5 days in a row. So I'll film the Alaskan wilderness tomorrow. All right? I'm going to put a video up tomorrow. I'll go walk around and I'll show you guys what it's like. Serious question. What's your serious question? What is your question, my boy? Take me with you. Get some sun. Question. If you're in Alaska, don't they give you 10K just for living there? Yeah. Put the fries in the bag. Just wanted to say me and my cat watch you all the time. We hate your guts. Yeah, you might hate my guts, but what happens when this stuff starts to click in your mind? Dude, we're getting money from 2 people at the same time. So yeah, you might hate my guts, but eventually this stuff about getting out of debt, buying gold and silver, oil stocks, dividend stocks, building a portfolio, getting a Roth IRA. You should have a 401k. Guys, so many people don't even have a 401k. Your company will give you free money. Like if you put in 5%, they'll usually give you 5%. You got to get a 401k. Next, you got to get a Roth IRA. You got to get a brokerage account. You got to get a Coinbase account because you got to buy crypto. I think crypto is really cheap right now, guys. I'm dead serious. Crypto is very, very cheap right now. Look at the altcoins, okay? If you guys ever wanted a chance to get rich, this is it. I already told you about gold and silver, and they're already having their move. But there will be other things. Crypto is one of those investment vehicles that we can use to get rich. Guys, I got a Coinbase, I got a lot of money. I got a lot of money in these cryptos, and I ain't scared. You think I'm scared to hold my Shiba Inu, my Dogecoin, my Bonk, my Pepe? I'm not scared at all. As a matter of fact, I want to buy more crypto because I don't think that these prices are going to get this cheap ever again. Okay? Like I said, money is going to find a place to go. It's going to go into everything. Crypto, the stocks, S&P 500, especially silver and gold. Okay? So money's going to find a place to go, guys. You got to get rich. You got to focus on building your wealth. All right, look at that. We got 42 people in here. Thanks for that. We got a lot of likes coming in now. I don't want to trust my money on the hand of something I don't control. Stocks are BS. Well, a lot of these stocks are in good companies that pay real dividends. Okay? And I think we're going to have extreme growth because of inflation coming. Inflation is going to make oil go higher, so oil stocks are going to be good. If you're scared of the rising price of oil, why don't you just buy some oil stocks? Then you can use those dividends to pay for your gas. You know, it's just a thought, but it's a good thought. But personally, I take my dividends and I reinvest it. I think that's the best way to go, reinvesting your dividends. But yeah, the stock market can crash, yes. But I think if you buy the right stocks, undervalued dividend oil stocks, commodity stocks, take a look at Woodside Energy, WDS, Woodside Energy, okay? Take a look at Plains All American Pipeline, PAA, very good dividend. Take a look at Ecopetrol, EC, very good dividend, okay? There's a lot of good stocks out there, and I don't think you should be afraid. If you're that scared, then only invest a little bit. And then if you feel better about it, put in a little bit more. I think that's what you should do, is just invest a little bit. You know, yeah, it's okay to be afraid of a crash. Yeah, there's always crashes. But you have to remember, when a crash comes, that's when you have to buy. You have to buy when others are fearful. That's what Warren Buffett says, as one of my viewers pointed out. Warren Buffett says, buy when others are fearful. Right now, people are fearful of crypto. That's why I'm buying. Okay? People are even fearful that silver is going to crash. That's why I think it's going to keep going up, because there's too many people that are fearful. Too many people think that gold and silver is going to crash. That's why it's going to go skyrocket. As long as people are fearful, silver is going to keep running. Okay? You got to invest in something, dude. You got to invest in something. John, Tanya is spoiling you with gifts. The lady has questions. Tanya? Well, I appreciate those gifts. Tonya? I thought his name was Tony. Cool necklace. I make good money day trading crypto. I don't know how you make good money. I mean, if you're really good, yeah, you can make good money. But right now, I think a lot of the cryptos are just flat. But some of them, yes, are bouncing, yes. There's always cryptos that are moving, even though a lot of them are flat. His dad's upstairs in the living room. I live alone. I don't live with anybody. Put a shirt on. I have no more gift coins. Damn it. Damn it. That's the end of it then. That's the end of our fun. I'm down so much on Ether. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Ethereum because the market cap is too huge. I do believe Ethereum is going to go back up to about 6 to 10,000, you know. I'm really thinking 6 to 7. You know, I've looked at the charts. I think Ethereum will make a new high, but I'm not a fan of it. Ethereum does have a lot going for it though, because they have a lot of very popular meme coins on the Ethereum network. So, you know, Ethereum is always going to be one of the popular ones, just like Bitcoin, just like XRP. Ethereum is one of the big boys, but I don't like it. I like the smaller market cap ones. I like the small coins. Silver and gold will never crash. Well, no, they're never going to crash, but they will have corrections, okay? Like a real crash that takes gold back down to $300, that'll never happen. But it could have a correction where gold comes back down to maybe $3,500 or even $3,000. That's possible. Okay? So, you know, maybe not a crash, but a correction is very possible. And as a matter of fact, there could be a crash too. A crash could come, you know. But what is your definition of a crash? It might be different than mine, so. Silver is 64 or something. Pick up silver. No, silver is 78, bro. Silver is 78. You said silver is 64? Nintendo 64. Silver is way higher. Thank you, Tony. You spent your free coins on me. I know they were free. That's okay. Because you could have given them to anybody, but you gave them to me. So I do appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much, Tony. And as I said, I have a good friend named Tony. I'm sure you're a good kid just like him. Anyone with the name Tony is okay with me. This guy has 158 gift coins. Oh, I want to get those now. Give those to me. Give them to me. If gold hits 10K, he can retire. Like you said, buy Pepe at 507. Let it move 20 points. Sell it, buy back. As far as the meme coins right now, I'm not selling anything. I'm not trading them either. I'm just accumulating. Okay? Yeah, you can say you want to trade the meme coins if you're good at it. Yeah. But I don't think I'm that good at trading meme coins. Sometimes I am. But I just want to accumulate. I think that the meme coins are way down, and we want to just keep buying them up. Buying them up. I'm not selling any of my meme coins. Okay? I am trying to get more. And why am I trying to get more? You will see in the future. You're going to say, oh, that's why John's Gold and Silver was trying to get more coins, more meme coins. That's why. And then you're going to say, damn it, I should have listened. That moment is coming. And that's going to be an amazing moment for myself because my crypto portfolio is going to go through the roof. And as I told you guys, gold, silver, and Shiba Inu. Okay? Shiba Inu. I know it looks bad. But to me, something that looks bad actually looks good. I'm a contrarian. I'm a contrarian investment. So if something looks bad to you, it probably looks good to me. Okay? I've made 30K on Shiba Inu. $30,000? Damn. Well, you know when to sell then. I sold my Shiba, well, I sold it like last December, and I don't have any more. I traded Shiba before. I did pretty well trading it when it was more active. I was very good on my trades, but I only made a few of them. But that's all you needed to make because it went up, it went down, then it went up, and then it went down again. So I did good on my Shiba trading. I made a few grand, but I think I'm loaded up on Shiba Inu right now, and I think I'm going to make a lot more than a few grand. I think I'm going to make a lot of money. I think I'm probably going to make 10 or 15,000 on Shiba Inu because I have a decent amount of it. Do you market or limit? Limit. I mean, that's how you lose money if you put in a market order. They'll just fill it for whatever the frick the market maker wants to sell it to you at, you know what I mean? I think that limit orders usually will save you money. The people that do market orders are usually people that say, like, I gotta have it now, I gotta have it now. Or these are people that are newbies, like beginners, people that don't know what they're doing. But I think once you gain more experience, you're going to use limit orders. So made a ton on ICP a few weeks back. Yeah, I was selling my ICP at $9, $9.20. And I sold half. Okay. Yeah, I should have sold all of it. But I liked it so much, That's what happens. When you fall in love with something, you keep it for too long, And I sold half of my ICP right at around $9. And guess what? I bought all of it back and more. Not kidding. I have almost 1,000 ICP. Okay? And I'm trying to get more. And I will get more. Why? Because I have a recurring purchase on it. I automatically buy ICP once a week. That's how you get rich. You have to make your savings automatic. All right? Make your savings automatic. Save your money in ICP. You don't have to save your money in the bank. You can save it on Internet Computer Coin. Okay, yeah, ICP got a good spike. Got a good spike, and then it dropped. It dropped like a rock. And when I sold my ICP, I didn't even have time to do a video on it. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even know what to do, really. I just had a feeling that I should sell some because it went up so high. And I was like, yeah, I got to liquidate some. Yeah, I was like, yeah, it might keep going up, but this is just too good of a price, and it's not likely to go up because there was no real news. If you see something going up and there's no real news and it's going up, it's a crypto going up, but the other cryptos are not. That means it's just a temporary pump. And that's what it was with ICP. When it went up to 9, $10, that was just a temporary pump. So that's why I sold half. And I bought it all back at around $3 or $4. And now I'm buying ICP and it's like $2.90 right now. And I'm just loading up. And it's going to be a long one, guys. It's going to be a tough battle. You're going to be like, oh, I want to sell it. I need my money back. I'm getting bored. I'm too bored of ICP. That's what it's going to be. You're gonna get bored of it. You got to just stop thinking about it. If you're getting bored of an investment, just focus on something else. Keep that investment. Just put your mind on something different. You don't want to sell an investment that is of that high grade. I think ICP is a very high grade investment. I know that might sound crazy. It's just a meme coin and it's dead. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I did the research. I've seen that they took away Jerry Banfield, who was the biggest promoter of ICP, and I do believe ICP is paying him to go away. I think there's a lot of nefarious activities that lead me to believe that ICP is heavily manipulated, and I think it's being manipulated down right now. Anything that's being manipulated down on purpose, silver, is eventually going to let loose like a spring. Okay? And that's actually what ICP did a few weeks ago. It let loose like a spring, but then it came all the way back again. Okay? So yes, when you see that much manipulation, you know they're setting it up for something big. I think they're setting up ICP for something big. Okay? Yeah, it could go to $50, $100. My friend convinced me to buy Leash and I lost all my money. You lost all of your money? You should never invest all of your money in one thing. Maybe you lost all that money in that investment you had, but I'm sure you probably had other money. And that sucks, dude. That sucks. You lost a lot of your money. You have to try again. Get up, dust yourself off, and try again. Okay? Investing is a process. You got to learn from your own mistakes. I make mistakes just like you guys. Dude, if I was a great investor, I would already be a millionaire. I'm not a great investor. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm good enough to increase my net worth over time. A lot of people are not even that good. A lot of people that do investing, they lose money, and then they have one big win, and then they lose it. One big win, and then they go broke. And then they say, I don't want to invest anymore because it's too stressful. I can't do it. But guys, don't give up. Try again. You got to keep trying again. Yo, what's good? Should Superman be deported? Nice woodwork in there. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, dude, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the woodwork. Thank you for the comment on the woodwork. How do you feel about illegal immigrants? I disagree. It's illegal, so that should tell you. If it's illegal, I don't agree with it. Except if they try to say that weed is illegal, whatever, guys. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm burnt out. You are a crazy funny dude. I like the dust off. Let's do one more flex out, and then I gotta go. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, 80% of retail traders lose money in the stock market. I would say that's true because the majority of people, you know, the majority of people are not going to be really astute, intelligent traders. Most people that invest are gamblers. They hope to get rich and they put all their money into one thing, like XRP. Okay? So yeah, you're right, dude. Most retail traders lose money. And I ain't. You know, you guys already know I'm not the average retail trader. Yes, I still have some tendencies of a retail trader. You know, like I like AMC. That could turn out to be terrible. I like DJT stock. You know, maybe that'll turn out to be terrible. But you know, I'm not the average retail trader because I'm doing well. I see things before they happen, like with silver. That was obvious though. But if you're smart enough to recognize the obvious and take advantage, a lot of people are not smart enough to see the obvious. Okay, bro, do that. Flex again. You want me to flex again? What are you gonna give me? Give me $1. Can I send you all my gift coins, but only if you call out everyone I do this too much? Okay. What? All right, guys. I gotta go.